Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and if you're new, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Today I'm going to be doing my intro to the You Panned My Battleship project that I'll be playing with Verity over at Red Dirt and Stardust. I will have her linked in the description, both her YouTube and her Instagram. This was originally a project slash game created by Kooky Pans, and she played against a beauty guru made me do it. I also had those people linked down below as well. So Verity and I decided to use a palette that we both have. So we decided to do the Dark Fantasy palette. I will have on my Instagram where I place my battleships and everything. So I just want to give you guys an overview of what we're working with or what I'm currently working with. I have used this palette a handful of times, but there's nothing, I'm nowhere near hitting pan on any of these shades. So Verity's palette will look exactly like this since we're using the same palette. With that being said, I'm going to also go ahead and do a look today using this palette just to try to get a feel for some of the shades I haven't used yet and hopefully get some good progress already on this palette. I'm super excited to play this game. This will be my third time playing. I've been on and off YouTube and Instagram for a while, just dealing with some stuff. But my goal for 2024 is to be more active, so hopefully we can do just that. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and just use like a tiny bit of that. The way I do my makeup, I always like to do my eyes first in case I have any fallout. I can just clean up before I do my base. And I know that's different for everybody, so I'm just a messy person when it comes to my eyeshadow. I would hate to take off my base to clean it up. I honestly have no idea where I'm gonna go with this today. So I might do a random number pull of the shades to see what I could work with of the shades in here. Okay, so I wrote all the shades on here, just 1 through 20. The top row is 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 through 15, and then 16 through 20. And I think I'm only going to pull 4 numbers and see what I can do with them. So, emptied my brush jar because I don't have a other cup on me right now. So we have number 15, and I'll swatch these at the end of this. We got number 14. Let me shake this up a little here. We got number 16. This doesn't seem like a very random pull, but I'm trying to be as random as possible. 20. Why not? Let's do one more. And 19. I promise I did shake these up. I just don't know why they're... So, let me do these in order. So, 14 is Algorithm. 15 is Distortion. 16 is Dark Matter. So that's just the matte black. 19 is Code. And last but not least, 20 is Hardcore. So these are the shades I am working with today. Wish me luck, because I have no idea how I'm going to pull this together, but we're going to try our best. And that's what makeup's about, right? Like, just having fun with it. At least that's what I like doing with it. So, let's see. I'm going to start with Algorithm and put that in my crease and just gently blend it out. and just give some little bit of color there. Okay, I'm going to take another brush and kind of blend that out just a little bit more. Alrighty. I'm thinking of doing this hardcore shade like under on my lower lash line and then using black matter to darken up the outer V. So I'm thinking I want to do the code shade as my inner corner highlight and then distortion as my lid color. So I'm also going to take the shade Reality, so the shade right here, and kind of use it to also build up like so it's not just brown to black. So I'm going to take a little bit of this in my crease as well and just build up a little bit of color. I'm liking how that's turning out. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit of dark matter, just tapping in it slightly and darkening this up. Now, my game plan for this Dude, You Panned My Battleship is if I was Verity, I would ignore all the green eyeshadows, personally. But maybe that's what she wants me to think, because I love green eyeshadow, and I can pan a green eyeshadow very, very quickly. So I don't see her placing any ships there. Just for that reason. Let's see. I know I'm kind of just blending out that black a little bit. Because just, if I was Verity, taking into consideration what I know, and this is what I kind of did in taking in consideration where I wanted to place my ships on her field, I took into colors I know that she can pan very easily, colors that we've talked about, that she loves wearing, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna take distortion on this flat brush and put it all over my lid, just to add that color in. I may do like a palette bingo with this once a month to not only just focus on these shades, but, you know, like kind of challenge myself to create a look using this palette by itself, I guess, if that makes any sense. And then I'm just gonna blend this out. Now I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna do what I did on this side to the side, and then we'll lay down my base. Okay, so I did the same thing on this side as I did this side, and then I'm gonna go back in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and start laying down my base. My nose is really red right now. I have a couple of spots I need to conceal, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. Let's see. I've been using my actual brushes a lot more than like a beauty sponger lately. And I just, like, for me personally, I just get in these, like, moods where, I don't know, like, I just don't want to use a sponge. Like, I don't know, some, like, certain concealers and stuff, I just find that brushes work a little better at blending them out, and I think this NARS one is one that I just prefer to use a brush with. I'm just blending that out. And then I am using the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, and this is in the shade Vanilla. And this is what I'm just going to be using as my foundation today. And I'm just going to use and dot that around my face and blend it out. Back to the game plan. So like I said, I'm not going to be focusing on any of the greens unless it starts looking like a ship might be on one of the green shades. And I might just proactively reach for the green shades occasionally anyway. So I don't see me having to put as much effort into the shades as some of the other ones in this palette. I do feel like some of the shimmery shades I will be able to hit pan on fairly quickly, but I am not familiar with the Beauty Bay, like how deep the shades go or anything like that. So Verity does have a little bit of an advantage, I feel like, in that aspect, because she has worked with this sort of palette in the past, and she is more familiar with pan size of this palette than I am. I am going to be taking, where did it go? Oh well, we'll just skip it. I'm going to be taking my two pretty Sophia and Mabel highlight and blush duo. The blush is Bubbly Blush, and the highlight is Champagne Toast. So we're going to use that. I'm not going to get too heavy-handed because the eyes are pretty dark. So I just want to add like a little bit of color to the cheeks. Nothing like I normally would add, I guess. Because normally I go pretty heavy with blush. I feel like I'm very close to hitting pan on this blush. I can see like the waffle texture of the pan underneath. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I've been trying to focus on using this a little bit more. This might be in my Pan That project for 2024. I'm going to be making a list of items I 101% want to try to pan for 2024. And this might be one of those items. And then I'm going to take, I know this is like a blending brush, but I always use it for highlight. I just like the way it looks. And going in the same palette and putting this highlighter down. I think this is really pretty so far. I think it just adds to it. And I'm going to put a little bit right here on the brow bone. I've already hit pan on this highlighter, but when I use this blush, I like to pair them together, so I might try to finish this up next year. I don't know. We'll see. I've actually panned and used up a lot of my blushes this year, So I'm kind of down to like the bare minimum in a lot of categories. I'm hoping to do like an inventory update kind of thing at the beginning of next year, and kind of focus on, okay, this is newer in my collection, this is what's older in my collection of each category, and maybe focus on those, but we shall just see. Now that I got my face laid down, I'm gonna go back to my eyes, and I have the Code shade and Hardcore shade left from my 5 number pulls. I'm gonna be taking this brush. This is like a very flat brush. I like using this brush to do my under the lower lash line shadow. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just dropped this. 1 second. So to add a little more pop of color, I'm gonna dip into that Hardcore shade. Not too much, because I don't want to like oversaturate it, but this seems more like a bluey purple than like a navy blue to me, but it might just have to do with my skin tone as well. And then the same to this side. Okay, and then I'm going to take the flat end of this brow brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Code and just pop that on my inner corner. Let's see if we can get it picked up. I'm not sure if I like how that looks, but I genuinely don't know where else I would add it to. So that's what we're doing. Then I'm gonna take this brush from earlier, and I'm gonna try to blend it out just a tiny bit so it's not so in your face metallic. Okay, so moving right along, I'm gonna be using my CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus eyeliner in Black Onyx. And then I'm gonna go in with my Artistry Automatic Brow Pencil. I use the shade Dark Brown. And just kind of fill them in just a little bit. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too crazy. Just kind of filling in some of the spare spots. There we go. And then for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline the Rocket Volume Express. I'm almost out of this. I need to get a new mascara, so. Then just on the lower lash line as well, or the lower lashes. And that's done. So I think because the eyes are so dark, I want to go with like this kind of lipstick. It's kind of a nudie color. This is from, let's see, this is from Maybelline, New York, called Crazy for Coffee, number 275. And just add like a tiny hint of color to the lower, or to the lips. So this is the look that I created with this palette today. I think game plan wise, for me, the two hardest shades that are the three hardest shades, I think for me that I'm gonna be having a hard time to hit pan on is definitely this matte black, because what I did up here is sort of really what I use a black eyeshadow for. This navy blue purple shade, Hardcore, which I also used today. And then probably, what is this one? Virtual. It's like a black, but it's like a shimmery, it has like a silver shimmer to it. I don't know if you can tell the difference between this black and that black. But I feel like both of them in my collection would kind of serve the same purpose. And then also, I don't really use like the berries on my eyelids as much. I'm more of like a berry toned lipstick type of person. So I'm also going to say Reality is going to be another shade that I might try to focus on. So here's one final look at the palette. I'm very interested to see what I am able to hit pan on first. And good luck to Verity. I'm really excited to play this, and thank you for joining me on this. Again, all of my battleships, where I place my ships on Verity's board, is over on my Instagram, so be sure to check that out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.